stick around. We're gonna learn what got me into FPV quads. But first, here's an update on the studio that I was talking about in the last video. It's a really far journey. Today is moving day. We made it. I probably shouldn't have done that. So here it is. This right here is my studio. Didn't I mention it was mini studio? You're right. It should have been micro. So this is where it's all gonna happen. Obviously, I need to fix the echo in here with some acoustic foam, but this is it. So now that we're back at the park, I just wanted to take someone's advice. This guy up here, he had suggested that I talk about what got me into FPV, because it's not exactly just something that you're just like, ooh, I'm gonna go do this. It is a RC thing, you know, so maybe you were flying like RC helicopters or whatever, but that's not exactly how I got into it. I got into these a little bit differently, okay, and that is with this guy. So this is a DJI Mavic. It is super fun to fly, but there is a difference between this and this. What do you mean, Trevor? They have propellers and they fly, and they have controllers and they fly. Yes, little Jimmy, they both fly, but there is a difference. There is a huge difference, and we're gonna go ahead and clear that up before I even go any further into this video. So the DJI Mavic is, you know, it's like a Cadillac compared to a FPV quad. You know, it's got all the bells and whistles that keep it safe. It has other bells and whistles too, but the main thing is it has sonar on the bottom and it has sonar on the front. Yeah, this does not, okay? So that's one huge difference. The other thing is, this is acrobatic. This pretty much flies itself. I mean, auto leveling, you know, it flies itself, okay? I mean, it's not gonna let you hit anything from the front or land on anything, you know, and it's got auto leveling, you know, it's as soon as you tilt it, let go, it comes back. You pitch forward, let go, it comes back. It's not like that with acrobatic style quads. Of course you have horizon mode on these, but that's not the purpose of these. That's not why we build these. You know, we want to be in full control of each motor. That's Acro, you know, it's so you can be acrobatic, so you can do those flips, you know, those rolls and, you know, S splits, you know, that's what the huge difference is, and that is super fast. This is fast. This is not. It's got sport mode, but it's not that fast. So now that we've got that cleared up, Mr. Jimmy, so the DJI Mavic was actually the gateway into FPV for me. I love this drone. It takes amazing video, and it's not exactly something I want to crash. It's just not. It's an expensive drone. It's got all the bells and whistles, and as I'm flying this DJI Mavic, it makes me nervous. So I heard about FPV quads, and I wasn't really interested at first, you know. I just wanted something to like putter around, you know, that I wouldn't be scared to crash. But it became more than that once I started, you know, getting into this, because not only do I like flying this and knowing that the carbon fiber frame is going to hold up more than your, you know, arms on your DJI Mavic. I mean, you crash that thing, it's over. I mean, it's done for. Which, yes, you should probably get the insurance on the thing. Definitely recommend that. That way, if you do find your pieces, you can just send it in, and you know, they'll send you another one, or you know, whatever. But anyways, the FPV quads, you can buy them pre-built, and they're rather cheap. Not cheaply made, but they're you know, there's different styles that you can buy. You can get a super cheap one, or you can get a really expensive one pre-made. But the cool thing about these is it kind of fills in that area of me wanting to solder or program something. These are, you know, custom made. Like I said, you can buy them pre-built, but custom making them gives you that feeling of, you know, satisfaction. You know, once you get it up in the air, you're like, oh yeah, it flies. You know, so that's super fun, and everything's interchangeable. And but that wasn't what initially got me into flying FPV style quads. It was the DJI Mavic, and it was just, I was scared to death to crash it, and I know this will take a crash, but now it's something completely different. Now I fly on my Mavic for videos and you know, something cinematic. I fly this for just pure joy. It is just so much fun to fly. I am a new pilot. I'm not that great, and it did take a long time to get to where I am. It took like 3 months of just flying a simulator. These things are not easy to fly, especially if you're going from something like a Mavic or any of the DJI products, the Phantom. They're not the same at all. I mean, yeah, they fly. Yes, they have controllers, but it's not the same. I mean, I was told that whenever I bought it, you know, and I was like piecing everything together. Like, yeah, this is gonna be so cool to go fly. Yeah, well, I lost my first drone, so yeah, I lost the first one. It was so gone so fast. But I did learn from that, and it's not gonna happen again. But it became more than just not wanting to crash my Mavic and having something to putter around. These, you know, guys that do the freestyle stuff, you know, I'm like super interested in that, so I've been practicing, and that's what this playlist is going to be about, is my progression. I'm going to be traveling to different areas, trying new things. You know, I'm a huge fan of Mr. Steele and Joshua Bardwell and the Rotor Riot community. Yeah, so I learned quite a bit from them, and I do plan on going somewhere with this. I plan on being really, really good, and I plan on practicing in multiple locations. And I'm actually going to have a video on me tearing this completely apart and showing you guys exactly what it takes to build a FPV style quad. So I'm going to completely take this one apart. I'm not going to be buying new parts. I'm just going to be transferring this one over to the Chameleon, the Armaton Chameleon, because on this one the battery goes on the bottom, and as a new pilot, you know, I don't land very easily at all. It's yeah, so the Chameleon has a battery on the top. This one's more designed for racing, which is super fun to zip around really fast, but like I said, I want to start learning how to do tricks. So yeah, if I'm already finished with that video, it will be up here. If not, there's not going to be anything. There's not going to be anything up here. So if there is something right here, go ahead, click on it if you want to see me do a teardown and how to build a an FPV style quad. Yeah. If you decide to stick around, I'm gonna do a little bit of flying and I'll throw that footage on the end of this. But before that, consider subscribing. It doesn't sound like much, you know, one person subscribing, but it really does help if you are interested in, you know, some of the trips that we go on, and me progressing in FPV, you know, stuff like that. Anything that's interesting going on in my life, which is going to be the traveling part or flying. It'll be on my channel, so subscribe, hit the little bell if you want to be notified. I greatly appreciate it. So here goes flying FPV.